What's it mean to you that you're a guy that's been around for 7 months now on campus and they elect to bring you here?
It means a lot, man. From the players to the coaching staff, they're entrusting me with a ton of different things in a leadership role, and I don't take that lightly. I know what comes with that, so everything that I do when it comes to this program and carrying myself on and off the field, I take into account. I not only represent them, I have to represent myself and my family, but the team. They trust me in that role, and I can't let them down in that sense.
From speaking to you upon your arrival and then in the spring, you've always seemed comfortable kind of speaking up and being a leader from the get-go here. Mm-hmm. Was that something that came naturally, or is it something you chose to do when you made that decision you're going to transfer and come to a new place, or just how did that come to you as something that you so easily grouped into?
I just kind of been through a lot my whole football career, so I just kind of know how to persevere through anything, so whatever that may be, workouts, opposing teams, whatever that may be, I think that just naturally puts me in a role to lead because I've been through what I've been through and I know what it means and what it takes to persevere and grind. So whatever that may mean, maybe my teammates agree with that, but for whatever reason, they look up to me and trust me to lead them in a sense, so I don't take that lightly.
What kind of experiences do you share in terms of perseverance with some of the younger guys?
Junior college, some of you may know, I came from junior college. I played 18 months in Independence, Kansas, in the middle of nowhere. So there was a point where I was at the bottom of the bottom, and I was wishing to be in their shoes. And I always say that there's guys wishing that they can be where you are, like wishing, like in the middle of nowhere with no money, no clothes, nothing to eat. Like they're wishing they can have that. So I just bring stories like that up from where I came from and from that perspective. I think it always keeps myself humble, and hopefully it humbles them in a sense.
How excited are you for this coming season, getting the opportunity to get a lot of snaps, get out there to play, show what you can do, what a kid from Minnesota has worked so hard to get to?
I'm so excited. Sometimes I have to calm down. You know, I don't want to psych myself out or whatever, but I can't wait. Not only just for myself, but mostly for this team and for this organization, this program that we work so hard day in and day out. And I don't think anyone understands what's going to happen but us. So we just keep our heads down, we stay grinding, and we got what's coming. So it's for sure.
I saw the tweet, I think, of Last Chance U. You talked about Independence, putting out a picture yesterday. I guess, what did you learn both from the experience of going through that and from your time at Independence?
I can't even begin to start to tell you how much I learned from that. I guess just like I said, stay humble and understand where you came from, and just enjoying every little part of the way. A lot of times I like to say the journey is more important than the outcome. So I just think about the journey and everything like that. A lot of times people just see the outcome, whether it's good or bad, but there's always a journey behind everything. And I'm just very thankful and blessed that I got to be on the journey that I was on.
Can you kind of walk us through your thoughts about your teammates when you first arrived on campus and kind of what you think about the guys you're surrounded by now?
Man, when I first got there, we had guys. We have guys, and they've had guys since before I got there. So I was just excited to build upon that. And not only that, but the coaching staff. It was such a family feel, and everyone looked out for everybody. And I just felt invited and accepted, and just wanted me to give everything I have to that program, to this program. So I'm just excited to get there and work hard, put my head down, give everything I got to that program.
Coach said that you got in front of the team and you said that it's not about me, it's about us.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously have really lofty individual goals. I mean, how is that going to kind of work its way together, you think?
I mean, it's very simple. That goes to your question you asked earlier, what did I learn? When you put the team goals first, all the individual success and accolades, so whatever you're trying to shoot for will come after. So whatever the team goal is, that's my first goal, to win a game, to win the rep, to win the practice, to motivate guys. That's what I'm focused on. I know everything else will handle itself, but like I said, my coaches and teammates trusted me in this leadership role, and I don't take that lightly, so I attack it with everything I got.
Was it an easy relationship for you and Coach JP as you started working with him? I mean, did it just kind of click from the get-go?
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, there's an easy relationship with everyone. Like I said, I got there, they just invited me in, accepted me, and I worked my butt off for them, and I think I gained their respect through that. Obviously, you'd have to ask them for that, but I worked my butt off, and I gave them everything I got, and I still do.
This team has 15 transfers, boatload of freshmen, a lot of second-year guys who went through a weird first year, obviously. How does a group like that gel? How does it come together?
I mean, it all comes down to understanding the team goals, the foundation of which this team and program is going to be built on, and acting on that every day. And when I think about all the guys that transferred in, myself, Mackenzie, even Coach Novell, we all know what it's like to be on a winning team and in a winning program. So I think that in itself brings a lot of value.
You talked about Mackenzie. How much have y'all relied on each other, being the people coming from the prominent spots, kind of one on each side of the ball?
I mean, we always bounce ideas off of each other when it comes to the team, what we think it looks like, what we think we need to work on, and things like that. Him and also Jordan Travis, they're trusted with the leadership role on the offensive side of the ball and even in the team sense. So, I mean, we have a leadership council, and we always bounce ideas off of each other on what we think the team can do better, what we need, what we as individuals have to do better. So,
Is there any different of a feeling getting ready for a season when you're kind of big fish in a smaller pond, I guess, being in who you were surrounded by Georgia, you're one of the guys, you come to Florida State, you're one of the elite guys. I mean, is there a different sort of sense of confidence that you have when you're in this sort of situation?
I always had a sense I was an elite guy. Always, didn't matter where I was. And like I said, I'm just glad that I can be a part of this program and give what I can to this program.
Did you talk to Dan Lanning about playing for Mike Norvell? Like, what did he tell you about him?
Just a great guy, and vice versa. So, I mean, they have a great amount of respect for each other, and I have a great amount of respect for both of those guys. So, he had a lot to say about Mike, and I respected or Coach Norvell, sorry. He got me in trouble. But he had a lot to say about him, and I took that very strongly because I respect his opinion.
How big of a debate was it on the shoe game, man?
What
was option B?
I'm not sure, but
It works, man. I'm just way to go for it, man.
Oh, thank you. Red bottoms, nothing crazy. But I don't know. It's just I see this as kind of a rebirth to my college career. So when I had made this first outing, I didn't want to dress under the occasion. So.
I asked Coach Norvell about that, this idea of year two, because what everything what happened last year with the pandemic, almost like, is this a reboot? You just mentioned it feels kind of like a rebirth in a way this year for you as well?
100%. But I enjoyed last season very much at Georgia. I love those guys all the time, but I'm glad I'm here now. And like I said, I'm glad to be such a big part of this program. They entrust me with a lot, and everything I do, I feel the responsibility of it, and I love it. I love the pressure. I love everything about it because they're entrusting me, and I can't let those guys down.
How's NIL been for you, man? Like, are you guys? Is there like a certain day you guys are going to devote to doing gigs and working on business things, or are you just learning on the fly right now?
A thing that I've always thought to be true was keep the main thing the main thing. And I'm a football player. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. So just keep focusing on football and, like I said, the team goals and all the other stuff will handle itself.
What would be your ideal endorsement?
That's a great question. I have no idea. I've even.
Come on, Jermaine. We're giving you a platform right now, man. Make something happen.
I don't know. I wear a lot of Lululemon.
Okay.
I eat Chipotle every day.
All right. There we go.
So I think those two would be pretty big for me.
I know you might have been asked this earlier, but forgive me. There's been a lot of discussion about vaccinations and getting the team up to speed so they're able to not have any interruptions this year. Have you known any of the leaders in the locker room maybe trying to voice that opinion on, maybe keep getting the guys ready to go for the year with vaccinations?
Yeah, we're talking about it as a team. We're still deciding on what everyone wants to do. So yeah, that's still a work in progress for sure.
Did you guys pay attention to the NC State thing with their baseball?
Yeah, we've seen that. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's just one of those things that happen. And Coach Norvell always reminds us, control what you can control. So, I mean, all we can do is try to control what we got going in our program and step with our best foot forward.
You played in both SEC, obviously, and you'll be in the ACC. The expansion for the playoff to 12 teams, I know it won't impact you, but what were your thoughts about maybe giving more opportunities for teams to compete for a playoff spot?
I mean, being a part of a team that was just on the edge of the playoff selection a couple times, I know how much I would have loved for the playoff to be extended at that point in time. So I think it'd be a good thing. I think there's a lot of teams that deserve another shot or a shot at the national championship because there's so many great programs around the nation for only 4, I think, to be noticed and given a shot at the national championship.
You going home, or are you in Tallahassee until season starts?
I just went home for the first time in 7 months, like a week or 2 ago, and now I'm in Tallahassee. It's football time, and I'm locked in.